to look at long division of polynomials. Let's first recall how to do a long division in arithmetic. So we're going to do 3 into 342. And we want to think of the steps as we go. So our first step is to divide. 3 into 3 will go one time. So step 1 is divide. Then we're going to multiply back. 1 times 3 is 3. All right. Our next step is to subtract. And on this problem, 3 minus 3 gives us 0, which we don't have to write. And then we bring down. Then you start over. We're going to do 3 into 4. We'll go one time. That's divide. Step 2, multiply back. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract. Bring down. Start over. 3 into 12 will go 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Right? We're going to use these same steps. The one that we're going to alter a little bit is the subtract one, because with polynomials, we're going to have positives and negatives, and we really don't want to have to deal with subtracting negatives. So we'll distribute our subtract sign through. Now we're ready to look at division of polynomials, and we will first write in a long division grid. So we have x plus 3 divided into x squared plus 2x minus 3. And our first step, notice, is divide. So we're going to divide, and your first piece is going to control when you do the division, because you're estimating how many times does this go into your first term here. So we're going to do x into x squared. And if that's difficult for you, do it on this side. It's easier in a vertical form. So x into x squared, and that will go x times. I like to put it over the term that it matches, but some books will put it over the one you divide it into. So I like to do the like terms. Right? That was the divide. Step 2, we're going to multiply back. So we're going to take the x times the whole divisor, x times x plus 3. So x times x will give us x squared. X times 3 will give us plus 3x. Then we'll draw our line. Our next step is subtract, but remember, this is the one we said we're going to do a little different. We'd like to just think of addition, so if we just distribute the sign we're used to as subtract to each piece, then we can just work with our signs. So whatever we had, we'll change the sign to the opposite. So this was a positive, now it's going to be negative. So it was a positive, now it's going to be negative. This was a positive, it's going to be negative. Right? And then we'll combine. This cancels out, gives you 0. These are different signs. Different signs subtract, sign of the larger. So that will be a negative 1x. And then we're on step 4, bring down. Now we're ready to start over with divide. So we're going to do x into negative x. And it's going to go negative 1 times. Step 2, multiply back. So negative 1 times x plus 3. Negative 1 times x is a negative x. Negative 1 times 3 is a negative 3. Draw your line, and we're going to change our signs. This is distributing your minus through. So whatever they were, now they're going to be the opposite. and then we combine. These are going to cancel, so there is no remainder. So our answer is x minus 1. Here's another example for long division. One thing you need to do on this problem is rewrite this first polynomial in descending order. So we want to do x squared plus 2x minus 5. So we'll set up in our long division grid. Going to divide by x plus 4. And we're going to divide into x squared plus 2x minus 5. So our first step is divide. Remember the first term, x into x squared. And that goes x times. We'll put it over the like term. Step 2, multiply back. So x times x plus 4. X times x is x squared. X times 4 is plus 4x. Draw your line, and we're going to change all our signs. Whatever they are, we're going to change them to the opposite. This is really distributing your subtract through. And the first set cancels. This is different signs. Different signs subtract sign of the larger. So we have a negative 2x and bring down. Now we're back to step 1, divide. So we're going to do x into negative 2x. And it goes negative 2 times. Step 2, multiply back. Negative 2 times x plus 4. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 4 is a negative 8. Draw your line, change your signs. First group cancels. These are different signs, so we're going to subtract sign of the larger. This time we have a remainder. We will write it back over our divisor. So this is going to be plus 3 over x plus 4. If we wanted to check our answer, just like in long division, we would multiply back the quotient times the divisor. So we will multiply x minus 2 times x plus 4, and when we're all finished, we'll add on the remainder. So just the 3. And so this would be a FOIL, so we have x squared plus 4x minus 2x minus 8, and we'll combine in a minute, and we have a plus 3 here. So we have x squared plus 2x and minus 5, and so our answer is correct. We have one more example, and this time our dividend is missing a term. It goes from x cubed down to x, so it's missing an x squared term. We will need to leave some space or do something for that place. So let's set up in a long division grid. And I like to put 0 in the part that's missing. So 0 times x squared is 0, which doesn't matter. If the 0 bothers you, you can just leave some space, but you need some space there because you will pick up x squared terms when you multiply back. So our first step is to divide. And we're going to divide x into x cubed. This will go x squared times, and I like to put it over the x squared column, and then we'll multiply back. X squared times x minus 2. X squared times x is x cubed. And x squared times negative 2 is negative 2x squared. This is why you needed the space holder, because you're going to pick up x squared terms. Draw your line, and we'll change our signs. Whatever they were, we're going to switch them to the opposite. So this was plus, now it's minus, and this was minus, now it is plus. That's just distributing our subtract. This will cancel, and this will give us 2x squared. And bring down. Then we're ready to divide again. Now we're going to do x into 2x squared. Gives us 2x. And that was positive. You do need the sign. Multiply back. 2x times x minus 2. So 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times a minus 2 is a minus 4x. Draw your line, and we'll change the signs. Plus will make it minus, minus will make it plus. And now we just combine. These cancel. Different signs. Subtract, sign of the larger, and bring down. Ready to divide again. X into negative 3x. And that will go negative 3 times. And then multiply back. So we're going to do negative 3 times x minus 2. You pick up the entire divisor when you multiply back. So negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 2 gives us a positive 6. Draw your line and change your signs. Whatever they were, change them to the opposite. So that will be plus and that will be minus. And when we combine, there is no remainder this time.